Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is a scene for Empire of Thorns. Pearl,
Yes.
you are around the spring court, uh, doing your thing, basically. Lucas would have walked you back in the morning. He had to do some stuff around the court, so he would have gone with you. If you didn't mind, of course,
No, no,
naturally.
that would have been fine. They would have arrived together. She would have been kind of blissful.
Okay. Um, as your character is there, basically, kind of going around the court in her blissful ignorance, as it were, you hear a noise like kind of like a little bit of a crash.
She'll go and see what that was.
Okay. You've seen the NPC Tamerlane before, right?
Um,
Yes,
yes, yeah,
if I can
yeah.
speak to him, yes, you've fucking seen him. Hello. You've seen him naked.
I've seen. Okay, I just know Tamerlane as Tam, so you said that. I'm like, hold on, I need to look at the
Yeah, that's
overlay.
why it threw me off because I confuse him with that. Like, but anyway, but so yeah, you basically kind of see him like kind of shake his head, kind of stagger a little bit and blink.
Are you
He knocked over
okay,
he knocked over
Miss?
something on a credenza, basically.
Yeah, she'll like tap him on the shoulder and ask him if he's okay.
He'll look over his shoulder at her. Um, Give me a wits composure roll.
Okay. And I put in the chat for Deb's amusement. Pearl is wearing a more modern look today, which is there. All right, wits and composure. 3, 4, 5 dice.
Okay.
Ow! Fuck!
No successes?
I got a 7, but I don't think that's a
No.
success.
8 above or successes? Um, he'll basically kind of turn to your character and look at her.
She'll kind of like crouch down and like start picking the broken pieces up.
His eyes will follow her.
Tam, are you gonna say something?
And he'll kind of blink again. It's not as his overlay says, rarely speaks. It's actually not uncommon for him to get very quiet. There are times when he doesn't talk. So that's the fact that he's not talking isn't completely like out of character for him.
Mm. She's like, did you like your Christmas present?
He'll blink again.
Um, she'll kind of like bundle up the broken pieces best as she can, and she'll be like, "Let's go throw this away so you don't get in trouble."
He'll take a step closer to her.
Um, she'll kind of pick up the broken pieces and go look for somewhere to throw it away, figuring he'll
Okay.
follow.
Yeah, he will follow.
1 minute. Sorry about that. Um, she'll after throwing them away though, she'll take Tam to go look for Iris and the others.
Okay. What are you doing to lead him there?
She'll take him by the wrist real lightly.
Okay. When she touches his wrist, he's going to basically like lightning fast, like put his hand on her shoulder, and then put his other hand on her shoulder, and kind of basically throw her against the wall, and take a step into her, and like growl, basically. As I remember it, physicals are not your strong suit, are they?
Not too much. Like I can get lucky rolls with them sometimes. What do I need to roll to break out of this?
It would be a grapple, so it would be your. I think it's.
Dex athletics, I think.
Yeah, it would be your Deathlock against his Dex brawl or Strength brawl. I'm sorry.
And I don't. Could I spend a willpower on this?
Yeah, but he's gonna spend one too.
I'm gonna spend one. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna spend two. Knowing Tam, he's very
I think you
physical.
can only spend one per time.
You can only
Aww.
I'm sorry,
Fine.
honey.
I'll spend one. One success. Thank God I spent that.
Oh god.
Oh, wait,
willpower gives
extra
you
dice.
Oh no,
plus-
willpower adds 3 dice, honey.
Oh, 3. Okay, I just added an extra one.
But if you
Damn
don't
it!
have
Even with the fucking willpower, I swear, my dice
Well, if
hates
you-
me.
I was gonna say if you don't have this, does Pearl have athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's only got 1 dot in athletics, though.
Yeah, he basically keeps his grasp on her and his hand will go over her mouth. And he looks into her eyes.
Okay. She is going to, no, that might turn him on.
No, thank you, don't lick him.
No, I was gonna have her bite onto it, what skin she could do, but then I'm like, hold on a minute. Alright, next best friend of a female. She's going to have to apologize for this, but she's going to kick up between his legs.
Okay.
I need to make a roll, which would probably be... Oh, what would that be?
You can make me a wits empathy roll, by the way.
Okay, I'll make that. Wits is 3. My empathy is 1, so that's 4 dice. Haha! My dice doesn't hate me so much. Oh, it still hates me with 2 successes.
His behavior isn't sexual. It's more like wrathful and not wrathful, but like hate basically, like anger. But it's not like sexual.
Well, she figured that. She looks at him confused.
And he'll basically he'll he does have like claws, like he's got the ability to have claws, and his claws will kind of come out and sink into her shoulder a little bit. Here, let me actually roll his damage for that, honestly.
Yeah.
He gets 2
Shit.
points of damage in.
Okay. Even though it's gonna be kind of dirty in her mind, because she doesn't really know Tam very well, she's going to bite onto his hand that's
Okay.
over her mouth. Because she doesn't want to really cause him physical damage if he's just angry. She wants to, be able to ask him what she did.
Okay.
Do I need to roll to bite his hand that's, like, right there?
You'd have to roll, but you're up 2 dice.
Okay, well...
And he wouldn't have the benefit of his defense right now. Just like you didn't have the benefit of yours. You're in a grapple.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's, like, a dex brawl?
It's a, I believe it is a, strength brawl.
Okay, well, it's 2 dice for me anyway, and I'm up 3, you said?
You're up 2, because he doesn't have, his hand is on your mouth. You cannot get much fucking closer.
Yeah, 1 success, though, to bite him.
Okay, he'll pull his hand back and actually, like, cry out. Like, hard.
She'll immediately, like, grab his hand and, like, start making sure she didn't actually hurt him, and be like, alright, so what did I do, Tam? Why are you mad at me?
He will, slap her. Like when she grabs his hand, like, she goes to grab it, and he basically just, like, cuffs her across her face.
Pearl is getting a little pissed.
You guys can roll, the other 2 players can roll with composure, by the way, to hear it. I imagine she'd make some cry out, right?
Yeah, she'd cry.
Okay, at the slap.
Oh god, look at that 10.
Yeah, Seb cheers. She's got 2 successes.
Okay.
You need to re-roll that 10, hon.
Okay,
I
Seb, a bit
have
louder.
3. Wait, no.
Seb heard it louder, but you basically heard you heard a guy cry out and then a girl cry out.
Okay.
Yeah. Seb sprints.
Mhm. Iris was probably already looking for
Does
that.
Seb recognize any of their cries?
I'm sorry, what?
He'd probably know Pearl's cry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he's ever heard Tam's cry, so he wouldn't know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, when he
Iris
hears
is
Pearl,
probably looking for Tam already. So.
Seb would probably be passing in front of the court and just sprints inside to where he heard the scream.
And after the slap, Pearl is still going to yell at him, and she's going to use the words that scare Soren. Why the fuck are you angry at me?
Wait, Pearl, did you just say fuck?
Yeah, Sebastian, you can get there before he gets his next hit in. Because he's about to hit her again.
Yeah, if he sees her, going for him, she's going to go for him. And, well, he doesn't have his weapons draw, so he'll use his,
Tackle.
I'll have to see what that is. His, well, bare hands technique, brute force.
Just tackle him.
Yeah,
Yeah, just tackle him.
good tackle. So what's tackle? Strength roll?
Yes.
6 dice. 1, 3, 1 success.
Okay. He was gearing up to hit Iris again, so you'll get him down.
You mean hit Pearl again?
Sorry, Pearl. I constantly do that. I'm so sorry.
It's because they're similar.
When you tackle him, he kind of hits the ground, and he'll shake his head and he'll blink, and you can make another wits empathy roll.
Me or Sebastian?
You are the only person who saw it, so you're the only one who can make it.
Okay, I'll make my wits empathy. 3, 4 dice. I'm gonna spend 1 more willpower just to be safe. 1 success.
His eyes are blue, but when you were looking at him before, his eyes were brown.
She'll
And on top of that, like, his demeanor's changed, like,
Yeah,
completely changed.
she'll kind of crouch down, and she'll be like, "Tam, are you okay now?"
He'll kind of pant for a moment, and then you can see, like, his stomach jerk, and he'll shake his head, and he starts throwing up. But when he throws up, he starts throwing up water.
Pearl's gonna yell for Iris to go get a doctor.
Iris is definitely like right behind her.
Do you guys have science? Do any of you have science?
No.
I don't think I gave Pearl any. No.
Academics?
I know I've got academics. I think I've got science. I'm just double checking.
I got 1 dot in academics.
I've got 1 academics.
Okay, you can all roll them.
Intelligence academics?
Yeah, I've got academics.
No successes for Pearl.
I do not have science.
One
How
success.
academics work?
Oh, wait, hold on. I could activate my end. No, that may not work here.
Actually, no, that would work here.
Okay.
Disciplinarian thing?
Yeah, keys
exactly
to
what it's for.
knowledge. Yay! Hold on, let me look up what I need for it.
It gives you encyclopedic knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm-
Can I try a medicine roll?
You can. He just threw up. It's to notice something about what he threw up.
Okay. With intelligence academics?
Yeah. Like I said,
Okay,
science would have
I
also
need-
worked, but academics does too.
I'm going to now roll my academics investigation for keys to the knowledge. So 3, 4 dice. Clear. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to pop open my cheat sheet to see what all to do with it.
His word.
Spend glamour. Okay. Spend my glamour. That's better. 2 successes for Pearl.
You can reroll those.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
get the
your
9
bonus.
again. I just saw that.
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus, 3 successes.
Okay. What he's throwing up, Pearl will recognize this first, although Sebastian can kind of deduce it too, but she'll know it. He's throwing up seawater, like salt water.
Seb will look to Iris and goes, has he been near the sea lately?
He was scuba diving yesterday.
Has his eye color ever changed on you before?
She shakes her head. He was acting really, really weird earlier, though.
Yeah, his eyes were brown and then he got all violent.
You can see that she's bleeding, and her face is red.
What happened? As Seb looks to
Well, I heard a crash, and when I looked, I saw Tam knock something over. So I tried cleaning it up, and I asked if he liked his Christmas gift, and we should, clean it up so he didn't get in trouble. And he didn't talk at all. He just kind of like grabbed me and like covered my mouth, and I kind of got a little pissed.
By the way, what state is Tam in right now?
He's basically curled up, like you know when you throw up really hard and like it hurts, so you kind of take fetal position.
Yeah.
That's what he is right now.
Yeah.
Just sweating and basically just kind of.
help him up.
I was going to carefully see if she can get hold of Tam's hands.
By the way, I did bite his hand, and I'm really sorry for it, but he had my mouth covered.
Can Seb make a occult roll, knowing like what happened when
Okay.
going to the sea and
You can guess, probably.
Yeah, you can make an occult roll.
Like I said, Iris is going to try and see if she can get Tam's hands.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get his hands.
Yep. She's going to try and tie his hands behind his back using her belt.
he's
Yeah,
got
you
one
can make
success.
me a brawl.
Seb's got one success to kind of.
Like I said, she's just going to try very gently moving his hands and then see if and when he tries to struggle.
When he realizes she's trying to bind him.
Then she'll stop.
Oh, no.
That you got an 8, Nene?
Yeah.
You feel comfortable in assuming that this is not a mortal affliction he's suffering. That there's something wrong with him, like magically or spiritually.
Yeah. Seb says we should take him to someone. This isn't natural. This isn't a common human suffering.
Well,
Pearl will look kind of scared and then look over at Iris. I don't think I know anybody unless Mr. Will or Lucas could, help.
Will is supposed to be coming to meet us here when he gets off shift, which should be around now.
Should I get him something to drink while we wait then? She's asking that, though, because of how much he puked.
Yeah. Iris is going to kind of look at it, look at Tam, look concerned. You should see about trying to get that looked at.
She'll kind of touch her face. Okay.
It's more the blood dripping down your back.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the nails. Yeah, man, I just cut this outfit, too.
He actually went under the shirt. It's on his he went
Okay.
like he put his hand into her into her shoulder. So her outfit is actually fine.
And we should probably get Will to check you out as well. Because if he got this from cutting his hand scuba diving yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. Um, we need a lady doctor here. She says, kind of blushing.
Oh, no, I meant um, check you out in general. Um,
She knows that. She was kind of making a joke.
hmm.
You will notice though, she'll kind of like stretch and her scarf will shift. She does have some markings around her neck that weren't there last time you saw her.
Did Tam do those too?
Do what?
She kind of points vaguely at her neck, looking at.
Oh God, no, Mr. Tam didn't touch my neck at all. Wait, there's a mark?
Yeah.
Who
Um,
did that to you? As Seb kind of like reaches for the mark.
she'll duck away. She looks almost like a kid with her hand caught in the cookie jar.
I don't think we need to worry about that right now.
It's just not on the docket.
Yeah. Um, well, I guess we should, go find Mr. Will, yes. Pearl's gonna go try and find him just to get out of the situation.
Mr. 1 second. Mr. Will is not, in fact, there right now. But god damn it, stop, Dice! I don't want you to roll anymore. Let me see. You'll find him very quickly. He's basically kind of walking in.
She'll kind of wave and be like, Mr. Will!
Pearl! Looking for the right fucking overlay up though.
The big rich Dr. Daddy.
Yes. Rich Dr. Daddy is there.
She's like, you have 2 patients that need to be looked at as soon as possible.
Oh? Who?
Me and Tam.
What
Something's
happened to
going.
you?
She'll kind of like pull her shirt down enough to show him where she's bleeding some.
Oh. He'll kind of look at her and say, what happened?
Tam's eye color was different. He wasn't responding, and then he got violent. And now he's puked up seawater.
Well, that sounds busy. Sounds like he's had a very busy afternoon.
Yeah. She'll kind of like readjust her scarf and her shirt, and she'll get Will to quickly as possible get over to Tam and take care of him.
Okay. He'll get to him and start working on him. He'll smile at damn it, you, Sebastian. He'll smile at Sebastian. The second he tries to touch Tamerlane or like do anything much to him, like he'll start to kind of like fight back, and he'll say, Sebastian, can you do me a favor?
He'll say yeah. And by the way, whatever his name, damn it, cat guy.
Tam.
I guess whatever Tam has is supernatural.
He'll nod, and he'll basically kind of he'll open up his bag, and he'll say, I need you to hold him down for me.
Alright. Sam plays for hold him down.
And he'll fight, but for the sake of the scene, I'll just fucking say you get him down. It is not a pretty sight though. He is fighting like a hellcat. But basically Will grab his arm and fill a syringe.
Yeah,
And
that might use his specialty strangle to not completely strangle him, but just to use somewhere like lock him around the neck so that he fights a bit less.
you notice Will basically kind of pin his arm, and like he'll basically kneel on his hand to where it hurts like damn, so he'll stop moving his hand. It's basically a situation where he's put like the right pressure on his palm that if he struggles too much, it's going to start hurting his knuckles and his palm. So it kind of traps his hand, and he'll basically find a vein and stick it like with a like with an IV needle first, and he'll draw like 3 vials of blood from him. And then he'll pull out another syringe, fill it, and basically inject it into the line. And essentially what you see happen to him is fight, 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 glitter sparkle pony. Like, what? What? And he just kind of shakes his head and like kind of blinks and like just kind of looks up at Iris. And for the first time in like days, it's like he's actually looking at Iris. Like, you feel a connection there, Deb,
I
that
think
you
it's
didn't
not
quite
great.
realize wasn't there.
Yeah.
Seb will let go and will help Tam up.
Oh, there ain't no getting up. He's knocked the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
He just sedated him.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
basically
he's like
he'll,
a movie right now.
he'll actually tape off the IV, and he'll say we need to get him into bed. He's very severely dehydrated.
Seb will carry him.
Yeah, so the blood on me is from Tam scratching me.
Kinky.
Not like that, Mr. Will.
No wink at her.
And Seb will smile
She'll
like,
kind of just smile. She seems so easygoing instead of shy today. It's almost scary.
yes, Seb will smile and goes, yes, not kinky. Unlike the marks on your neck. And smiles.
Shut up, Mr. Sebastian!
Oh, I
She'll, like,
do
yell.
declare. And he'll set up an IV bag for Tam and get him going, and he'll kind of look at him and say, okay, if it's supernatural, I don't know what to do. That's outside of my kinning, as it were.
Yeah, but do we have anyone in any of the courts that could fix this?
Yes.
Who?
Dot, dot, dot. You need an inn in the Winter Court.
And Sebastian goes, I've got my father and my, well, girlfriend in the Winter Court.
That might work.
Maybe the guy I'm courting with would know someone in the Winter Court?
You're courting. He'll blink.
Seb goes, oh my.
I
Just
just
goes,
lean over and whisper in Will's ear.
He'll lean and listen to her.
Seb goes, oh my rule pool's been corrupted. I'm so proud. And taps on himself.
You stop whispering about me. If you're going to talk about me, say it out loud.
I was just saying, it looks like you had a really wild time.
No, I didn't. No sex happened.
That doesn't mean you didn't have a wild time. Trust me, I'm fully aware of this.
And Pearl's back to her blushing self.
He'll smile at her.
Don't you think you're a little old to be talking about people's wild times? She kind of says, smirking at Will.
Are you serious? Oh, look at her. Like, really? You're older than me. Just to throw that out there.
Yes, Seb smiles and goes,
I'm actually one of the younger people in the room. Just gotta point that out. He'll like grin at her.
Iris is going to look thoughtful and say,
Yeah.
49.
Mel, doesn't you? He'll kind of look at her.
Seb just starts ringing Kiko.
She'll answer her phone.
Hey, love. Winter Court.
She'll wiggle, 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 drop the phone, wiggle, wiggle, drop the phone. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
My lord, this is urgent.
More squeeing.
Baby, get your act together.
Oh.
Bounce, bounce, bounce. Wiggle, wiggle. You might have to tell her what you need, admittedly.
We need to get inside the winter court, baby.
I can do something for Senpai!
Sam kind of like gets his ear away and looks at the rest of the group and goes, "Who's that boy?"
I don't know.
Pearl is
Maybe
giggling.
he's... Okay, baby,
Yes?
to the in the winter court and it's kind of a...
Okay! Who do you need to see?
Well, who do we need to see?
You need to see Grayson Davenport.
Grayson
Oh!
Davenport.
Yeah, her voice goes, oh! Oh my! Oh my! Are you sure?
Yeah, apparently we are. What's wrong?
He's scary.
And Seb like smirks and goes, "You've never seen me look at someone when I'm pissed, have you?"
You looked at me when you're pissed. What?
And he says, "Okay, we can help him. But yeah, we need to see him."
She'll, like, you hear her nod over the phone. You actually hear her nod. And she'll say, I'll be there in, where are you?
We're in the spring quarter of all places.
She'll nod. And she'll say, I'll be there in 5 minutes. There's no possible way she'll be here in 5 minutes, by the way.
Sorry, what was that?
There's no way she'll be here in 5 minutes, by the way. But she will agree to show up.
Okay.
So,
Maybe he'll hang up and go. Okay, so yes, Kiko will be meeting us.
While they wait, Pearl will have Will and Iris look at her shoulders, though, to make sure, he didn't do any too much damage.
he'll look at that. He will look at her shoulder, and he'll kind of clean it up a bit, and actually he'll kind of fish around in his bag, and he'll pull out a like a healing fruit, basically.
Goblin
like
fruit for the
goblin
win.
fruit, and he'll give it to her.
A sensu bean.
Senzu bean, basically, yeah. She'll kind of like nibble on it some.
Okay. So, indeed, Kiko will get there. She'll glomp Sebastian and kiss his face. Kiss, 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 kiss. Her belly is bigger. It's bigger than Iris's right now.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
snap. She's having a litter, not just maybe one or two.
And she'll point at her belly and be like,
Well,
look, 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 look.
further along. Iris is catching up, but she's been pregnant longer.
Yeah. She'll bounce and poke her belly. Look, look, look.
Oh.
Seb hugs her and touches the belly.
He feels a kick on his hand.
He smiles and looks at it and kisses her.
Are you ready to go?
He goes, "Yes, we should hurry up."
Okay. He'll kind of like, okay. And she'll drag. She'll pull his hand. Pull, pull, pull.
Yeah,
Is everybody else coming? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
goes, "Well, yes." And he goes, "Yeah, they're all coming." Will is He's only the one that found him, and I think Will might be able to help. And well, Iris is a good friend of them.
Well, would you prefer I stay here with the person who could die? Kind of pointed down.
Guys, well, Tam is the one that needs to be checked out.
We're probably going to have to bring Mr. Davenport back here.
Oh,
It's convincing him to leave the court. It's going to be the work. Especially seeing that it is winter now.
And she kind of looks at Tam. Whatever we do, we need to get him help. I don't want my friend being like this any longer.
I could always go to the winter court myself and bring him back.
Seb will nod.
I
She'll
would be
nod.
eternally grateful, she says.
She will kiss Seb's cheek. And she'll be like, I'll be back like Batman! And she'll run off. And Will just shake his head and say, that girl is eternally too cute.
Seb just smiles at him and goes, isn't she?
Leaning against the wall, watching Tam, making sure he is okay and stays sedated.
Yeah.
I want you guys to give me wits composure rolls, by the way.
And he just, Seb will
Fine.
put a hand on Will's shoulder and goes, you're not getting her back, by the way. She's mine.
I was just about to say, by the way, that Iris is also paying attention to Tam and is being very concerned over there.
Okay.
Ah, 2 successes, Johnny.
Okay. I'm going to see what the other rolls play.
Keep your evil to yourself.
2 successes as well.
Okay.
Reroll
Did
your
Sebastian get
tens.
anything?
No, I re-rolled the hand.
No, I'm asking if Sebastian rolled.
I haven't seen him roll
Yo,
yet.
what's the roll? I didn't hear it.
Wits composure.
By the way, while Tam was sedated, you know the whole tying up his hands with her belt thing? That totally happened.
Yeah, Seb's got 2.
Okay. You hear a very soft song in the air. And it's very, if you heard it, you're going to have to make a willpower roll.
You mean I heard it even with my 2 successes?
Yes, you just have to make a willpower roll now.
Okay. That's 4 dice.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt me in the end, isn't it? Ow! Fuck!
You can't quite hear the lyrics out of it, but what you hear is basically
You're a bad person, Johnny. I know where this is going.
Seb gets
like that very softly. And it's like very haunting and kind of like rippling. Pearl, you are struck with a very deep sense of grief and loss all of a sudden. You're 100% certain, like you're sure of it, that you did something last night to fuck up with Lucas. He hasn't come to see you the entire time you've been here. And you'd think, especially because you screamed, he didn't come to check on you. He didn't do anything. There's something wrong. And he doesn't care for you. And it's like overriding you right now. The rest of you scored successes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Iris, what happens with you is Claudio asked about Az last night. Is he having an affair? Is he asking for permission in a roundabout way? and it really kind of starts to like sink into you a little bit. Like you kind of start to get like that chill and kind of like, oh no. But then it's like, no, he wouldn't do that to me. Like you did just, it's like, no, really, you know.
Well, not only
Um,
that, but even if she was thinking that, she'd be thinking, I need to deal with Tam. Tam now. I will deal with that.
um, with Sebastian, um, you started to feel like Will doesn't take you seriously. That that he's positioned himself as your mentor, and he cares about you so much, but you start to feel as though he's just humoring you. That he doesn't really, he's using you. But then like as you're like kind of as it kind of like starts to wash over you and you feel that, um, the like it's kind of one of those, I just spent Christmas with him. You know, he has shown very much that he cares about me. Um, like, don't be foolish, you know, since you passed. You did not pass, Pearl, so yeah, right now you are riding the complete and utter pure anxiety that Lucas does not give a fuck about you.
I'm gonna assume to Sebastian and Iris, she looks like a deep, sensational mood swing between pissed off and ready to cry.
Yeah, she went from basically like fine to looks like she's about to break down.
Seb, well, had got his weapon gotten his weapons out when he heard the humming, and looks to her and goes, "What's wrong, Pearl?"
People need to stop messing with people's emotions.
You're right. People need to stop just fucking leading girls on, pretending they care, and then just not even checking on them all at all the next day. It's just like a tirade of rambling of between anger and crying.
Iris is going to frown slightly and go, I meant making people feel that stuff. Because if you're feeling like terrible and I just thought something crazy and Seb looks a bit on edge with the whole knives being out. Um, I'm guessing it's not just everybody happening to think bad things at the same time.
I need to do something.
You can roll your willpower again, but if you don't pass, whatever, like,
Yeah.
she's speaking, but it's not getting through. Because you
Okay.
failed the
That's
last
much
one,
better.
I was gonna say you're down to die!
One success for Pearl to kind of listen to Iris and calm down a little.
The only problem is you were down to die.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh.
down the die is the last one, which was the 7.
Okay.
so yeah,
So it takes a hot minute, and there's still gonna be some doubt, but she can talk you down from it. You would have needed 3 successes for it to be completely gone.
She's still like sitting there looking very nervous, I guess would be a good way to put it. She's like fidgeting with her scarf and kind of like sighing a lot. Not typical Pearl.
Seb, Kika will send you back a text saying that she's on her way back with Master Davenport.
okay.
She's also going to text him and let him know that he's very proper and he's very like he's very no nonsense. So like be careful around him.
Seb just sends her, how do you ever talk to him then? With a smiley face.
She'll send back with great caution and care. But yeah, about 10 minutes later, she'll show up with a man in tow. That guy. He'll basically walk in, dressed like that. One thing that occurs to you, you can make me wits and cults rolls if you want.
Okay. 3. Yeah, because that's 6 dice for me. Thank you.
I know, cold.
God damn it! 1 success.
It's fine.
No. 2 successes for Seb. Oh,
Okay.
3 successes for Iris.
Mhm.
For the ones who got 2 successes or 1, he bears the trace of winter very, very strongly. About as strong as Draven does. For Iris, you realize he bears the crown of winter. The Winter Court deals in secrets and hiding, and his mantle is being suppressed some way to make it seem as though it's weaker than it is, when in fact his mantle is as strong as Cerise and Aiden's.
Yeah, there will be a bit of a blink, and then she will just kind of let that go.
The temperature in the room will drop dramatically by about a good 10 to 15 degrees when he steps into it, with kind of pursed lips and his glasses kind of pushed down on his nose. He'll look at everyone around the room and look to
Tam.
Iris.
Iris.
Sorry. He looks at Iris because she. Right now, I'm imagining, and I don't mean this like wrong, but I imagine she probably looks like the one who has the most emotional investment in this, as he is her lover.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's not likely to be much doubt on that. She's sat right next to him.
and he'll look to her, and as though he's waiting for an explanation.
Seb will go towards him, will bow and goes, I'm the one that called for you. Millie, damn it, I'm forgetting his name. Bad guy. What's the cat guy's name?
Tamerlan.
Because Tamerlane, it seems to be injured, and it's something supernatural is happening to him. His eyes changed color apparently, and his complete demeanor and way of being changed. And he looked to Pearl and goes, he was acting aggressive, which isn't what he is normally like.
As he's talking, he'll kind of nod every once in a while as he's looking over Tam's body. He'll lift his hand, and the one that wasn't grabbing Pearl, and he'll peel back and kind of unwrap the bandage on his hand. And the skin on the edge of the cut is black. It's basically, the smell is atrocious once you uncover it. It's basically like an angry red coming out after the black edges, weeping pus and other things we don't need to quite go into. And he'll gently kind of touch the skin near it and purse his lips again. You'll notice that the veins that are kind of running from that hand are darker. They're like kind of blackened. And he'll nod at that. And he'll very softly say to Dr. Morgan, when he speaks, it's very... First off, he has a British accent, which I can't pull off. But he also has a very, like, proper, soft voice. And he'll say to Will, regardless of the nature of his affliction, I think you can fix that. Kind of pointing at his palm. And Will nod and kind of pull his medical bag over again and start working on it.
So we'll go, if it's contagious, he did scratch Pearl, and as he puts a head on his shoulder.
I don't think it's contagious in that way. I need a mirror, please. A large one, preferably.
What?
I need a mirror, a large mirror, please.
Seb does. Not quite, but Pearl, do you know where to get one?
Go ask Lucas. He would know where one is. The only mirror I have is my mother's compact.
If you guys go and search about, you'll find a mirror.
Yeah, Seb will find Lucas then.
Yeah, he needs one. Okay, then Lucas will come back with one. It's like the kind of mirror that like it's like one of those full body but small mirrors, like you kind of hang on the wall of a room.
The skinny
And-
full body.
Yeah, like that kind. And Davenport will ask one of the girls to hold it, and he'll basically look at it and then look back at Tam, and he'll reach into his shirt and pull out a necklace. I'm gonna put on the page what the symbol was on it. I have a picture for it. And he'll say, Sebastian, I may need you to... Actually, he'll call you Mr. Crowley. He'll say, Mr. Crowley, I might need you to restrain him.
Like I said,
Well,
Harris has already tied his hands, Tam's hands up.
Okay, yeah, he still may need to be restrained. And one of his hands is free so that Will can fix it. But he'll basically get it like cut up and stitched up and cleaned out and stuff like that, and rebandage it. But he'll take this necklace and he'll hold it in his palm and then he'll drop it over Tam's heart, basically. And he'll speak words of power, essentially. Unless you've got some really specific merits I don't see on your sheets, you don't understand what he's saying.
I have God knowledge.
But basically, it's Latin, by the way. But none of you speak Latin.
Know it.
He's basically kind of very softly speaking, and then you'll feel like kind of a soft thrum go out, and Tam begins to just scream and shriek and fight hard.
Yeah, Seb tries to hold him back.
Pearl
And-
clutches the mirror she's holding tightly, a little scared of what she's seeing.
He'll turn and he'll look at the mirror. Davenport will. If any of you look in the mirror, Tam is not in the mirror, tied to the bed. It's a young woman.
It's what? A young
A
woman.
young woman,
Mm-hmm.
basically, in like a tattered gown that looks as though it's been like water rotted, with like wet hair hanging in her face. She looks as though she suffered a water death. Her skin is cracked and there's adipocere forming in places. And she is, like, if you look at the mirror, the voice, like Tam's screams, will turn to her screams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pearl had peeked in through the edge of the mirror and has quickly looked away and closed her eyes and begun praying in Arabic.
But he'll raise his eyebrows and he'll say, "This man is possessed."
By a ghost.
Oh, that explains the singing, Pearl will mumble.
A ghost, a spirit. He'll shrug. It doesn't quite. A demon. It doesn't. I don't get into the ephemera of what they are.
Would
Where's-
a occult roll to be possible to know whether it is which one it is?
Actually, I could
What
probably
if-
make a roll on that because of my specialty.
Okay, go ahead.
Because she has specialty ghosts and occult.
That's fine.
So
Um,
3.
Yeah, Iris is going to carefully reach out and try and stroke Tam's hand.
Wits or intelligence with that occult roll, hun?
Wits. But
Okay.
Iris, if you reach out to touch him, like, I mean, you can touch him if you want. It's just right now his mind is gone.
Yeah.
Like, she'll gnash. Like, he'll bite at her basically, and like. Kind
3 successes.
What this is? You got 3 successes. Good job. I think don't. No, yeah, you're fine. what you believe this is a person who essentially made a deal with demons to essentially become a demon. You know what I mean?
She'll
So it's technically a ghost and a demon. Like
she'll
they made a deal to become a demon in death.
yeah, she'll go, Sebastian, I need you to hold this mirror, please.
Sebastian.
Sebastian really can't at the moment.
Oh yes.
Sebastian-
Yes, Sebastian.
Kind of-
Oh yeah,
holding
yeah.
back.
Like it looks like it will break out of those restraints if
Yeah, it
somebody
does.
lets
We'll look to Iris and goes, can you do it?
I was gonna say if Lucas didn't walk off, she'd ask him kindly to hold it.
Yeah.
Um,
Iris will actually stand up to hold the mirror.
Davenport will look at Pearl, and he'll say, "What do you plan to do?"
The possessor it made a deal. I've read about this, but I've never actually physically seen it. What we need to do is cleanse the spirit of the demonic essence and then perform an exorcism.
And you plan on doing that right now with no preparation?
No, not really. But I'm sure with what little I've read, we can find someone in the courts that can do it.
Without knowing the source of the possession first, he could easily be possessed again.
He cut his hand when he was scuba diving.
So I guess we need to go where he was scuba diving.
That would be an efficient use of time. It's better off looking in the court archives to see if there is mention of a ghost or a demon that would have this sort of behavior.
Mr. Davenport? I could do that. Books are what I'm really good at.
And that's what I recommend you do first.
She'll like nod her head and say yes, sir.
I can help if we don't need. Do we need the mirror here?
No. It was only for me to see. But I would recommend using the Autumn Court's archives.
Iris will nod.
I would definitely need you then, Iris. I don't know how to get into the Autumn Court.
We can both help you there.
Sebastian.
Yes.
Davenport will look at her and will say, "Are you not courting the Sylvan emissary to the Autumn Court?"
She turns blood red and just kind of walks off.
Yeah. You might need to stay with Tam.
He'll nod.
Will will look at him and he'll say, "I can stay with him."
If you're sure.
Let's just keep feeding him more Ativan. I'll give him another shot, like a small dose. It'll knock him out a little bit.
She'll nod. She'll pull out like 3 boxes of food from her bag and put them next to Will.
He'll nod.
Because he did say he wanted food when he got off, but they were a bit busy. There's coffee taken in the box, so.
He'll smile at her. Thank you.
He'll nod.
Before Iris and Pearl go, though, Pearl will let Lucas know where they're going and be like, well, if...
So when she finds him, he was looking for her. He'll kind of like stop in front of her and look at her.
I'm gonna go to the Autumn Court archives with Iris. I'll be back if you want to talk to me later.
His hand will go up to her cheek, and his brow will furrow. What happened to you?
Tam's possessed.
His brows will go up. Did Did he strike you?
He didn't. He had no control. He wasn't talking or anything.
No,
His
no.
eyes were.
I'm not upset at him. It's fine. I understand.
Yeah. He struck me and he cut up my shoulders pretty bad.
He'll kind of lean in and look at her shoulder.
It's just like fingernail-sized little punctures. I'm assuming that's what you were going for, Johnny.
Yeah. And he'll kind of gently press his lips to it. Do you need me to do anything?
Could you keep an eye on the good Mr. Dravenport and help him?
Davenport is here.
Yep.
I can't believe he left his court. All right. Sure.
She's like completely blood red the whole time as they walk.
Meanwhile,
Sam had guessed Lucas is mask. What was the color of his mask again? Was it red?
I'm sorry, what? What's the color of his what?
The mask he had on the
He had on the white mask with the red lace on it. Yeah, the male one, not the female one. That was Ferran.
Yeah, he hears several smiling and goes, "Oh, nice red lace mask." By the way.
He'll wink at him.
but while Pearl was gone, Iris will thank Mr. Davenport for coming.
He'll nod at her, and he'll say, "I'm going to stay with him for now."
Thank you.
And they'll sit down and pull out a book and begin to read.
I actually thought Iris had already thanked him. My brain
Well-
is like predicting the future sentences.
But yeah, he'll sit down and he'll pull out a book and begin to read. Lucas will tell you that he's actually going to go watch and make sure that Tam stays safe.
Yep. And Iris and Pearl are off on a magical adventure.
Yeah.
I
Iris
think Seth's going too, right?
Yep, Seb,
Yep.
Johnny.
And Seb. Sebby
Iris
loves
is
adventure.
Iris is going to text Claudio. Tam's possessed. Off to do research at the Autumn Court.
Text back some what? What? What even? He doesn't text that part back, but his brain is like, what even? I'm so busy right now. What?
No, that was literally her text. Tam's possessed. Off to do research at the Autumn Court.
And his text back literally was what?
Yeah.
What even?
Yeah, so she's just going to text him where Tam is and that Will's with him.
What even?
And then they are off to do research, which is good because I need to leave relatively shortly.
You are off to work. So
Yeah.
yes, we can end the scene there.
That's
Do
fine.
you want to make the rolls or?
I could make the rolls real fast. Plus, I think my knowledge skill would still be active while we're researching.
So, for these rolls, okay, you have to accumulate 5 successes. Each roll is an hour's work of time.
Okay.
Okay. Research speciality counts, right?
Yes.
So what's the role you said?
You have to roll your wits academics.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically, one of you has to accumulate 5 successes. Like, okay, you're each rolling. You're gonna get basically you'll all have 1 die up for helping each other. Okay. 5 successes is the target.
And then
Each
you can divide
roll
between
is
us.
an hour. What? Yes, one person has to make 5 successes.
Okay.
Because you are
Hold
working
on a moment.
together, you have a +1 die.
Yeah,
But
and I was saying,
each roll is an hour.
Okay, so the first hour, if everybody makes their first hour roll.
okay, so I'm going to spend 1 more glamour while this is activated so I can add 3 to my dice roll.
Hey, hey.
Ooh, Seb's got 1, 2 for the.
Oh, well, I'm glad I added that
Ethan,
+3, but even with that, it's only 2 successes for
did you
Pearl.
roll your 9?
Yeah, oh yeah, 9 again. I keep fucking
Seb's got
forgetting
4
that.
successes on his
Oh,
first
Jesus
roll.
Christ! 4 successes for Pearl instead. Never mind.
Yeah.
Seb and Pearl
You two are fighting over the same book.
Yeah.
Give it to me!
Okay.
This is what I'm good at, Sunny!
Okay. So second hour roll.
Okay. 1, 2,
Ooh, holy shit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I still would get 7 dice because of the potential merit thingy. Oh, God. That was a bad roll, but I got a reroll.
Alas, Sebby found it first. Huh?
Okay.
Iris, you got distracted by all the recipes, let's be honest.
No, she would not have got distracted. She's just not as
I'm
good at
playing.
researching as the antiquarian.
I'm playing
The
with you.
Pelwraith.
The Hellwraith and the Antiquarian in their court, yes. Well, no. Oh god, I keep forgetting you're Autumn!
Yeah, I'm Autumn.
I'm Spring.
So yes, Nelson, you find you're kind of searching around and kind of picking through things, and you find a situation where there was like a kind of like a mad scribe in the early '60s, actually, the American like 1960s, who kind of cataloged and like wrote down like the knowledge he had on a bunch of like cursed items essentially. And one thing that he wrote about that was lost to the courts was a cursed mirror. And it talks about how there was a woman who saved her purity for a sailor. Um, and he told her that he was going to go out and captain, and like he was going to go out and he was going to make his fortune. He was going to come home and make her a bride. And she found out that he kept many different lovers, and that he wasn't going to return to her. So she essentially, one gift that he did send her was a mirror, and she essentially made a pact with death to to live in the mirror essentially, and to stay in it. If she could have the power to use it to go through the mirror to attack and kill men, and like basically lovers and people who like who had what she couldn't have, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go through
Um, and that is what that you're imagining but it was apparently lost at some point.
Yeah.
You're imagining that what Cam cut his hand on was the original mirror.
Yeah, as Seb is reading, he just goes, "See, that's what happens when you cheat on people." And he goes, "Found the book."
And I'm guessing Pearl found nothing with 1 success.
No, you've got
Yeah, I
5
mean,
successes
yeah, you
total.
got 5.
I did? Oh,
Yeah.
well, 5 total. Yeah, sorry, I was just meant with this roll total.
You find stuff to support that, actually. You find things that you find, like the girl, and like the lost in question, and who her lover was, and all that kind of shit.
She'll take her little backpack she carries everywhere off her back, pull a notepad out, and a little pen that Liam gave her, one of those little cheap blue ones, and just like start writing notes on everything. Like name of the woman and mirror and stuff.
Can they
Okay.
take the books out?
Hell no, they can't take the books. You want to get
Hell
past
no.
You want to get past
Yeah.
the Lord's Treasure? You go right on ahead.
What kind of an autumn courtier are you?
Soon as she's written down all the basic information that can be double checked with anyone else or a quick Google search, she'll put the notebook back in her backpack, put her backpack back on, and be like, "All right, I've wrote it all down."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seb will write down what he saw.
Okay. There is a copy machine that you can make copies with.
Okay, yeah, you'll make
Oh
a
my god,
copy.
that would have been. You could have mentioned that earlier.
Mention it now, bitches.
The
Move
copy
it.
machine is.
Pearl knows what it is because she's been told about it. She just doesn't know how to work it.
I imagine that you guys are pretty much focusing on this plot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna have to head off though, because
Yes. Okay.
But we'll say they make their copies. They go back to Spring Court. Iris goes back to taking and mending and tending her fallen lover. I don't know which one of you I have cracking up. Okay, it's Johnny. I'm not sure I trust that laugh.
That was just cute.
yeah.
Especially since I always confuse Pearl and Iris. And for a second I was like, what happened to Lucas? So I don't know, where did you poison him? Shit, he just kissed you.
Right. Anyway. So yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, all those public kisses.
I'm gonna end the scene now, so
That's fine.
bye, fuck off.